These are the best knives to invest in for the Counter-Strike 2 update. Make sure you watch the whole video so that you get all the information that I'm gonna be giving you in this one, including when you can buy these and when you can sell them. Now before we get straight into it, a lot of people leave comments telling me their specific situation and their budget, and they ask me what they should invest in. And I just want to say that I can't respond to every single person that asks me. Okay, my time is valuable, so I gotta choose how I spend it wisely. So instead I made a Vizio. The link is on my channel banner and in the description of this video as well. It's a site where you can book a consultation with me. I will talk to you on Discord and give you all of the advice that you need. So if you're one of the people who want to ask me something like that, go to Vizio, book a consultation, and we'll speak on Discord one-on-one. Now let's get straight to the topic at hand. So which are the best knives to invest in at the moment? I think the best strategy when it comes to investing in knives right now is to get some knives that should go up in value once CS2 comes out, and also as time goes on after the CS2 release, because the player base is going to be growing as time goes on after the release, of course. And here's the thing, if you're getting a super expensive knife, it could be a good investment. You might make money because the super expensive knives like the gems and stuff have been going up in value in the past few years, so they look like good investments, all of them. But I think you have a better opportunity to make even more money by investing in a lot of cheaper knives if you have a big budget, or if you have a small budget, this is perfect for you because you can invest in a few cheaper knives. So let me explain why I think this is the best option over here. So the player base growing is the most integral part of our strategy when it comes to investing over here, because we're waiting for the new players who are gonna come to the game to bring new money to the market in order for our skins and knives to go up and make us profit. So the new players, or at least most of the new players, will have smaller budgets. Most people don't want to spend thousands of dollars on virtual knives. Most people who want to have a knife in a game like CSGO will spend a couple $100 max. So we are looking at the cheaper knives that look good, alright? This is another important thing to keep in mind. Let's get into the mind of a new player right now. The most average new player who wants to get a knife in CS will want to get a budget knife, a cheap knife that fits their budget, but they also want it to look good. Because why do they want the knife, alright? I made a video a couple days ago giving you the best skins to invest in at the moment. And why did I make that? Because people want to get play skins to invest in so they can play with them and flex them. And knives are the ultimate flex. Knives are the go-to skin to flex in the game. So people want the knives to flex, people want the knives to look fresh. So they want them to look good. If you buy a bayonet rust coat, it doesn't matter that it's a bayonet. It looks pretty much worse than a default knife as long as it's a rust coat. Like at that point, when you own a rust coat, it doesn't matter if it's a butterfly knife, it still looks ugly. So people want to get nice looking knives for cheap. So let me give you some options over here. And first, let me give you my opinion on what types of knives will get the most attention. So one type of knife that's solid but also cheap, so it's not ugly, but it's budget friendly, is the paracord knife. I don't know much about this knife because it doesn't get too much attention, but it doesn't get hate like the god knife. The god knife is the worst one, actually. Do not invest in god knives. I don't think it's a good idea. And it hurts me to say that because I'm probably the only person in the world who likes the god knife. But I just gotta accept that. That's the truth. Nobody likes a god knife. And it's fine. I'm the only one who likes them. Just because of the draw animation, it's fine. Anyways, you can get a paracord, you can get a huntsman knife. Those are pretty cool as well, people like those. You can get an avaya. Avaya knives, in my opinion, don't look that good, but I see a lot of them in game. And you can get a tiger tooth or a fade or something for really cheap. So it's a good pick just because you can get a really nice looking one with a nice skin on it for very cheap. You can also get a survival knife. Pretty much paracord knives and survival knives look very much alike, but they're not that ugly. They're okay just because they are mid. But keep in mind that they are mid, so they might not be the best options. I'm just laying everything on the table. The only ones I'm not mentioning are the worst knives possible, like the god knives. The ones I'm mentioning right now are the mid ones, and I'm gonna get to the best ones at the end. So another type of knife is the Ursus. I've actually owned an Ursus knife in the past at some point. I think I had a vanilla, but I actually really liked the animations on that knife, so that's why I chose to get one of those. But I haven't seen too many people have them in game. Keep that in mind. There's also the classic knife. I really don't believe in that one actually. I don't think new players will like that one. So let me not say anything else about it. It's just bad. It looks like a default knife to new players. The only reason people give attention to it is because it's nostalgic, because it reminds you of the CS 1.6 days. You can also get a flip knife for cheap. Flip knives are awesome. Personally, I really like the draw animation, so you can get a flip knife for sure. A Bowie might be a good choice. I don't know if people like them. I see some people using some like very high tier Bowie knives, but I'm not sure if they're that popular actually. I would expect them not to be because they just look kind of weird in my opinion. They just look strange. Shadow daggers are definitely a good pick now that Valve have changed a lot of stuff about them, like the animations, and people are starting to like them a lot more, and you can get a lot of good skins on shadow daggers for very cheap. Stiletto knives are also cool, but I don't know if you can get good skins on them for very cheap. Not sure about that. And then you can also get a low tier bayonet for somewhat cheap, like 240, 250 bucks. But there's no way you can get a bayonet with a good skin for cheap. No way. So the best out of these knives that I mentioned are the bayonet, the stiletto, the shadow daggers, and the flip knife, definitely. Now when it comes to skins for the knives, first let me talk about some broke boy skins for knives like the bayonet, where you can't get good looking skins for cheap. So there's Scorched, which kind of looks good I guess, because it's got the scratches all around, and in the middle it's like safari mesh, so it looks like a really manly knife, you know. It's got that survival aesthetic on it. It looks kind of cool. Scorched is fine, I guess. There's Ultraviolet. Night is a good one. I actually like Night very much. There's also Freehand, and I think that's pretty much it. Now for the more expensive skins on knives, I'm gonna say the best that you can pick up are Crimson Web, Case Hardened, Autotronic, Slaughter, Tiger Tooth, Doppler, Lore, Fade, and Marble Fade. And also Damascus Steel and Gamma Dopplers. With some knives you can also go for the vanillas. That's fine if they don't look trash. I believe that covers everything, so let me recap real quick and tell you when you should buy these and when you can sell them. So our strategy depends on the player base of CS2 growing as the game progresses, and these knives getting more expensive as a result of that. So we're investing in budget knives because they should start getting purchased a lot once new people get into the game and want to buy cheap knives that look good. And I actually think you can buy them right now. This is a good time to buy them because I don't really expect them to go down too much as a result of Valve being silent for a couple of weeks or so. So I don't think there's any point to you waiting a few weeks or maybe a month to buy some of these knives. I think you can buy them right now and just wait for the right moment to sell, which is gonna be once the prices explode, which might happen on CS2 release. But you can also keep some knives for the long term if you believe in them and you think that they're gonna get much more expensive as time goes on and the player base grows even more throughout the lifespan of CS2. So those are my thoughts. I'm gonna act accordingly based on the things that I've talked about in this video, so you can follow me and do the same thing. Of course, you don't have to believe me. I'm not a prophet, but if you do believe me, you're gonna make a lot of money, just like I do. If you wanna be kept updated about CSGO investing news, it's actually getting difficult nowadays with all this news coming out every single day if you're just doing research on your own. So if you want to skip all the work and get all of the information that you need every day, subscribe to this channel. I upload daily and I do the work for you so that you don't have to research anything. I give you everything you need to know, and this channel is no BS, no fluff, real advice from somebody who makes bank off of CSGO investing. Anyways, thank you for subscribing, thank you for liking the video, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace.